Okay, so I've got the head cam 5000 going right now, and I'm just starting to get the camper bug ready for when we leave here. I'm starting to set up some of the things inside that's like a camper, and one of those things is the Set Power fridge. This cute little fridge, I love it. The Set Power fridge was in the shed last night, and I heard a noise at some point, and I was like, I don't know what that is. But apparently I precariously stacked the cooler on top of a box, and it slid off at some point at night and took a really hard fall. So I plugged it in to test it. All seems very functional, no problem. But it did take some damage, and it doesn't really even look like much, but this case, the side of the fan case here had like popped off and had little tabs that were sticking out, and it looks like it took the hit right here pretty good. Like this is where it fell, and it has a crack here, another little crack here, but I plugged it in, it's all working. That's okay. It's gonna take a little bit of damage, and heck, that's why I get products to review, to test their durability. So I really don't mess around when it comes to testing durability, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna set this aside. I don't know, I tried to build this bed platform so that the fridge would fit underneath it, but I still don't know if I have enough space. But this comes out in 4 pieces. This is one of the pieces here, and that just pops right out. So I'm hoping the fridge fits right in here, and I can just leave it there all the time. If I need to access it, I could just pop that little piece out. You saw how easy it was. I just grab it and toss it aside. I really got to sweep this out before I really do much. It was sitting for a little while, so it got a little bit dirty. Come on, big money, big money. Let's go, come on. Oh man, it's like just shy. If I could scoot that battery bank back, the battery back a little bit, I might be able to do it, but okay, so it's got to go on this end first. If I put it on this end first, I can slide underneath that. Oh man, I'm so close. I just need to bend this up out of the way. It's gonna fit if this wasn't in the way. So I'm gonna get a way to bend that. I'm actually just gonna bend it up a little touch. Vice grips are a man's best friend. There they are. This is where the ground strap is actually connected to, so I'm just gonna get the vice grips on here, bend it up about, I mean, it needs such a small amount, like 1/4 of an inch. Oh, it might need to be a little tighter than that. It's hard to bend. But I think I may have done it. That will be so awesome if this fits in here. That's it. It's in there. Now I don't know if my bed platform will fit on top of this, but we will see in just a second. It's pretty great. It's like it's almost locked in place. So I could have it on this side. Only problem is my door will open this way, but that's not a big deal. I can deal with that. The fridge is running off of the AuxBeam power station. That's one of my options for power in the Bug. And to be honest, I'm gonna have lots of power sources, not just the OPS in here. Okay, so I think this back piece needs to go in first. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay, everything is in. Fuel lines are good. You know, I'll need to tweak this a little bit and get it fit in just perfectly, but that is amazing that it fits it all. Wow, that is so crazy. I did not have the fridge when I built this bed platform, but I did have the dimensions. So I just did my best and built it to the right height, and it is so close. I'm talking 1/2 inch tolerance and on each side, and then no tolerance front to back. Like, it's pressed into place. But, you know, I'm gonna make this a little bit easier to get in and out of. It'd be great to have it on a hinge where I could just like lift it up and go into the fridge, but I don't know. I may not be doing that. But I can leave it in there for a while, let it run, make sure it didn't incur any damage from last night. But I spent a couple nights in the Bug recently, and it was awesome. I had a bed platform on this side, just a double layer foam, memory foam mattress. It was much too wide, so it like squished into the seat, and I need to cut it down to size. But the test of how it would work was great. It was awesome. So over here is nice that I have a nice platform. The power station can live over there. If this fridge didn't fit in here, I was planning on putting it, you know, in this back corner. But that would take up a lot of room, and that's precious space in such a small area. So I'm really happy that that fits down there. That is awesome. Back here, there's not really going to be anything. I need to build a panel to cover up the engine area because I don't like it being open like that. I'm going to build like a metal box that will bolt into place, cover all that stuff up and seal it. One thing I've really got to find for this car is a new driver's seat. That one, it's, you know, it's a legit like racing seat, but is not comfortable at all. I want to get one that reclines, that can slide forward and back. And I'll just use that stock seat mount that's on the bottom there. I'll use that stock one, cut it down to size. I want to find seats that lay completely flat or can fold up forward and like lay flat that way. So I'll just rebuild this bed platform. If I get seats like that, that they can lay all the way flat back, that way I won't really need, the bed platform will be different, and I'll have the ability to have a passenger. Right now I don't have a passenger. I do have a passenger seat, but when the bed platform's in place, it just, you know, it's one or the other. So I don't like that setup as well. When we take this on the road behind the bread truck, we will be towing it. And in that configuration, I will have the passenger seat in here because I'll need to bring it with us. So this will be stacked up in the back out of place. The fridge will be out of place. The passenger seat will be in. So these front two pieces of the platform will just be stacked in the back. Not a big deal. But I would like to get it set up nicer as well. The OPS is being run from the solar panels on the roof. It's really been great to have an extra like solar array. I can throw a battery pack out here and just let it charge from the onboard solar panels on the Bug. And it's just extra power, which is really nice. Right now I have the OPS on there, but I bring both the Blue Eddies out here to charge off of it, and it's really helpful to have an extra source. The bread truck batteries, you know, they're big, and I don't have all that much solar. I only have 700 watts for 400 amp hours, so keeping those charged can be a bit of a struggle. Any extra help I can get is great, so that's good. And over there, I've actually been running the generator as well to charge the big power stations like the EcoFlow Delta 2 and the Blue Eddy EB150, I believe is what it's called. Okay. On to the next thing. And then this is the bed platform that I had for the couple days that I spent the night in it. This is about a 3-inch foam mattress, and I have it doubled up. But it is much too wide. It fills this sleeping bag fully, and this is like an extra wide sleeping bag. So either I like the sleeping bag, it looks cool, it's nice, it's warm, it's sturdy. But if I get a narrower one, if I get one that's narrower, I can cut this mattress down to size. It only needs to be like 20 something inches wide. So I can cut off like, I don't know, at least 12 inches and fit it into a smaller sleeping bag, and it'll fit better in the passenger side of the Beetle. This is a piece of equipment I intentionally got for the Volkswagen Beetle. This is a diesel heater. It's a 2 kilowatt diesel heater, a true 2 kilowatt diesel heater. It's a smaller form factor. I'm hoping to fit it into the Beetle somehow to do some hardcore cold weather camping in the Beetle. I think that will be awesome. And then over on this side, we got more stuff for the Beetle. Here we go. We got AuxBeam packages. So I have 6 packages from AuxBeam here. This Beetle is gonna be a legit bright beacon in the dark. So one thing we have here, this is a 32-inch light bar that's gonna go across the top of the roof rack. These are, I believe this is 8 RGB rock lights. Oh yeah, and the light bar is RGB as well. These are RGB rock lights. It's going to be kind of like an underglow for the car. These 2 thin matching boxes. These are RGB 4-foot whips that are also going to go off of the back of the roof rack. This is a headlight kit. Round headlights that are going to replace the stock Beetle ones, but they are RGB chasing headlights. And then this is going to tie it all together. This is an RGB control panel that's going to go on the dash of the Beetle, where I can turn all these things on and control all the features of them. So that's a big project that's going to be going in the Beetle too. AuxBeam is a new sponsor on the channel, so I want to give a shout out to AuxBeam. I cannot wait to install these products on my Baja mini camper bug. It's gonna be amazing. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. That's great. That is great, all of it. Excellent. I can see in there that I'm at 12 degrees on the little gauge, the little readout, digital readout there. I can also reach and adjust the temperature settings. It's pretty cold out right now, so I put it on 35. It got there within like 20 minutes. So I put it on 0, and it's dropping to 0 right now. The fridge is empty. I'm just putting it through its paces to make sure it still works, and it suffered that pretty gnarly fall pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. It was beat up, but that's the reason for a stress test. I did a little carving, a couple little notches out. There's a place back here where there's that bolt that I bent up, the ground strap, where it was contacting the fridge. That was contacting the wood a little bit, so I ground that down, and now everything is in here like perfectly. So, I mean, I'm stoked with it. I think it's awesome. It's all very quickly removable. I made it so that this was a little bit easier to take in and out, because I'm going to be doing that a lot to get into the fridge, at least daily. So AuxBeam is a new sponsor on the channel, and it's going to be a little bit before I get all this installed, so I just kind of want to size it up and give an idea of what this might look like. This here is the 32-inch RGB. Sorry, I get distracted easily. These are mounting brackets. Yep, mounting brackets. Nice. It's like aluminum, like cast aluminum mounting brackets. So really all I got to do is bolt this through, and that's where it's going to live pretty much. Just like that. Hopefully the wood is strong enough. I may put a steel plate behind it in order to reinforce this enough to handle it. I was wondering what that was going to look like. So it's just one simple bolt. This is all the wiring that comes with it, which is a lot, which is why that's going to take me a little while to install. Oh yeah, that is going to be awesome. Okay, so what we're looking at, holy cow, that is freaking awesome. I love it. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna set it up here for now. You know, maybe that would be a better way to do it, although that would shade my panels more. If I did it up from the bottom, you know, put the brackets pointing up, and then I could have this up here. That's tempting, but I just want to see what it looks like. Wow, it's a lot of light. And it's not only that, we're gonna have the matching RGB headlights going in here. Then we're going to have 2 4-foot whips that come off the back of the roof rack, and those are also RGB color chasing, and 8 rock lights that are going to go all around the undercarriage and around the tires and fenders and stuff. So this whole thing will be color change, programmable lights everywhere. It's going to be insane, front and back. Oh, another cool thing is that the 2 4-foot whips in the back can also be used as turn signals and brake lights. So if you wire them all up correctly into your system, those now become indicators, which are super bright, super obvious, and I may do it that way if I'm so ambitious to try. This is a bit of an involved process of putting all these wirings in. I got a lot of stuff to wire, so I'm going to do it all at the same time for the most part. So I'm going to save this project for later, but I wanted to give a sneak peek of what's going to be going on with the Baja. Alright, now I got started. I can't stop. Let's open up one of these whip lights and see what comes in the package. What do you say? Okay, cool. This feels like a lightsaber. Wow. That is pretty awesome. Holy smokes. Dang. That is really freaking cool. So this is another thing I was wondering how I'm going to mount. This is just a flat, you know, post. So I may need to order some sort of mounting bracket for this. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. I can't wait to get them on the car and start using them. But again, will be a little bit of a wait before I can actually do that. All right, well, while I'm on a roll, I might as well bust out all of them. This is one I'm very excited about. I have them on the bread truck, but this is a slightly different version. Same style, they look the same, but they behave different. Oh yeah, look at that. So these have the same diffuser lens and the high beam lens with the side little puck lenses and the all LED halo. This one is a chasing halo though, so it's a little bit more complicated than the bread truck ones. Can't wait to get those on the car. Then I'll actually be able to see at night. That's the most exciting thing. Great thing about these headlights is that they don't blind oncoming traffic. Nobody ever flashes their brights at me when I'm in the bread truck because they're very tame. They're not that hard on the eyes. So this is the RGB 8-gang switch panel, multifunction switch panel. This is a really cool thing. This puts all of your devices, everything, all into one. This is the panel that will be going on the dashboard of the Baja Bug. So it has stickers inside where you can label each one. So it'll be RGB whip right, RGB whip left. It'll be headlights, 32-inch light bar, and rock lights. And I could separate those into separate things, so I could do different colors on each one or something like that. Okay, that's awesome. Comes with all the mounting stuff, obviously. a big 60 amp fuse for the system. So like this is a lot of power. So a 60 amp fuse for this would be, you know, it's necessary because it's a lot of power going through all these LEDs. And then here's the switch assembly. All right, so this is the cover. So it's like a fuse panel that's just for your LED lights. That is going to be so awesome to keep it all organized into this one panel. And then I'll put this under the hood. Super cool. Tons of cables. I'll use what I can and I'll make what I don't have. That's awesome. Okay, well, I've come this far. What am I gonna not open up the rock lights? Whoa, jeez. Okay, well, the lid just ripped off. All right, these are the rock lights. This is the controller for the rock lights. One package is this. So this is one rock light package. And I have 8 of them. All right, that's the rock light. Nice waterproof aluminum casing. So even if this gets covered in mud or whatever, I'll be able to clean this off, no problem. That's pretty sweet. Got a rubber washer to go in between the body and the light so that mounts down in there. Some nice long screws with washers and nuts that can go all the way through and bolt in from the inside. So that's nice. That's really cool. We'll see how well I can use those. I really had no idea how this all would work. Never done an install like this in my life. These are RGB as well, so they can color change with the whole rest of the car. It's gonna be like a light show. I swear, it's gonna be so cool. Cannot wait.